That's the beauty of this podcast is we're always learning. We're learning new stuff. We're figuring out clever workarounds to very simple tasks that most podcasts figure out in their first 3 years. Not us, man.
It's called evolving.
We keep them guessing.
De-evolving is a part of evolution. So 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Sometimes it's a giant somersault off of a pier backwards for us, but that's okay. It looks cool going into the water.
Yeah, also, sorry, we thought we could do an episode underwater. Again, maybe a devolution, but a learning experience.
That's what this thing's all about, dude, is just collaborating to figure stuff out. It's not about the humor or the ride. It's more about how can we blow the end result in a new spectacular way.
How can we piss off the people that love us the most?
And so am I good?
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
It looks good. It feels good.
I forgot.
These lights, I think, are necessary. So check me out.
Yeah. I mean, imagine watching this podcast and being like, I can't see them well enough. You're welcome. Right?
Can you see our sick shirts that
Oh,
Becker
yeah.
got us? We talked about it. Becker brought them to Rome, but it was so hot over there, and these are a little thick.
Yeah, these are fucking, these are beefy tees.
Couldn't rock it until last week at the bar, or Tuesday at the bar.
Becker's love language is ridiculous shirts you can't wear unless it's 65 degrees.
Speaking of, we turned the AC off, so
I love it.
hopefully
it's great.
that helps with our quality.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, I'll put it to you this way. Old Jub Jub's a little tie-tie.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm Jub Jub.
You were driving. What were you doing?
Making a living, man.
Take me there.
Trying to keep the lights on. So, today's Friday, historically.
Allegedly.
As we call it in the business. Friday, the day before Saturday, after Thursday. Unless you follow the Gregorian calendar, this is Chance Day. But, Wednesday, I wake up, I've been in my home for 3 nights at that point. Emily hasn't been home. She's with her Uncle Bob. He had spine surgery. Prayers up for Bob. We're gonna get you back in a upright position soon, Bobby. Whoa, let there be light. Let there be Lund. Let Lund reign. Let Lund rule.
Sometimes it's nighttime, and all we have we're at the mercy of the hotel lighting.
Yeah.
This open window, I regret immediately. There's a guy beating the shit out of his girlfriend or wife.
Let's hope it's not his daughter.
Oh yeah, she looks young, but
You gotta look on the bright side.
I'm Mr. Brightside.
I'm an optimist.
And he looks like he could be a killer if nobody intervenes. But we are committed to the podcast, not vigilantism.
Yeah.
Not getting involved in local affairs that have little or nothing to do with us.
Looks like Lady Justice should have kept her mouth shut.
Could be a San Antonio custom. It could be their wedding anniversary.
Yeah, you can't travel around and look at the place through the lens of your own xenophobia, you know?
That's right.
You got to understand there's different cultures and they express love in different ways.
Stop hitting me and I'll suck it. Which was not San Antonio, but maybe it's a sister city to wherever that was.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was we were in like a place where you could rent by the week, which is always sketchy. There's always a guy who's been there for months, hasn't learned a single fucking lesson, despite so many opportunities to do so.
He just keeps staring at his phone, waiting for those 3 bubbles to pop up in the text message to Jamie. But Jamie's already moved on from you, Rocco. All right? You and the rest of the road crew guys can move on up to Saginaw because she's not coming home. It's always road crew guys in there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of orange vests and Bud Light.
Ideally. But sometimes it's a guy who got divorced, arrested.
Yeah.
He's out. He's looking for work. Cannot pass a piss test. Hey, I'm just being honest.
At least it's my piss this time.
He can't be trusted at a piss test. I always end up drinking it.
God.
Old habits die hard.
Well, I never passed a test in my entire life. Why would I start at 37 years old?
So yeah, nothing's going on out there
Also, oil workers are at those
anymore.
hotels.
I think they made up. Oh, they're having sex now, so that's good.
You call that sex?
I call it making love.
Man, having sex outside right now in the San Antonio heat, boy, howdy. Put fireworks in my foreskin and light them up, because that would be the worst out there. Have you been outside since you arrived?
No, I went. It was okay when I landed and got my Uber pretty quick.
It's nice of them
right
to,
by the airport.
It's nice of them to let you check in so early.
Mm-hmm.
You checked in at 11?
Yeah, I was happy about that. It was like 10:30.
I paid for early check-in at the other hotel that I booked.
Oh, good.
Because someone can't text message when they do what they're asked. But that's neither here nor there. I've been everywhere, man.
Mm-hmm. You're Johnny Cash.
God, I'm cashed, that's for sure. I'm a spent bowl. Scrape me. Use my resin.
What was all this driving?
Well, I drove to Dayton, Ohio, because it's 3.5 hours away.
From Saginaw, your new home.
That's right. I'm up there in the upper peninsula. No one really talks about it. Some people call it Canada. I call it my home. But I drove to Dayton, Ohio, and then I did Dayton. Then I drove to Columbus the next day. And after Columbus, I drove to Detroit. And that was last night. Got to bed. Got to bed at like 3 a.m. Had to get up, leave by 9 a.m. I wake up this morning in what can only be described as a psychotic break.
Really?
Oh my God.
What?
Emily set the alarm for 8:30 and I woke up and was like, oh, and she's like, it was like a bear coming out of its den, dude. I'd lain dormant. The plugs of pine cone I put in my butt had turned sideways and I had to get out of the cave. And Emily recanted it to me because I was like, oh, we got to go. And she's like, we don't have to leave for half an hour. And I was like, we have to go. So I'm in some kind of fugue state because it's a new mattress too. It's like the first time we've slept on like an actual mattress. You know, it feels like home. It smells like our sheets. Emily's head has been on my pillow. So I come out of it and I've run outside. I put on my shorts and I run outside.
To get the newspaper.
Yeah, I guess to move the trash cans in.
You set up a ladder so that you can clean the gutters.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta let Gordy out. She's like, Gordy's been dead for years. He's alive in my mind. So I go outside and I have my shorts, I have my shoes, I am shirtless. I'm shirtless. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, my shirt's in the car because I left my bag in the car last night. Yeah. So it all makes sense, I guess. So I'm walking up to go to the back driver's side door. And Emily has this on video. I wanted to send it to him because she was like following me through the house because I was like crazed or whatever.
Looking for a son that has never existed.
Give him back. So yeah, I go outside and I go to get into the back door where my backpack is, and I walk directly into a giant spider web. And the spider sitting on the nipple of this web looked like he swallowed a robin's egg, dude. It's the biggest fucking spider I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I walk directly into it, and then Emily has it from behind, and I go, oh!
He swallowed the spider who swallowed the fly.
If I would have swallowed this spider, I wouldn't have need breakfast.
Right.
It was so much protein. It was nuts, dude. So I walk right into that thing. Emily's like, what's going on? I'm like, spider, spider. You know, she gets the shotgun. It's time to send me home. This is why she takes the gun lessons, so she knows how to use it when she needs it.
Yeah, so she'll have a steady aim. She doesn't want to have to shoot you more than once.
She doesn't want to wing me.
That'd be cruel.
She doesn't want me to be in pain. So yeah, I walk into a spider web this morning.
Leave a message and I'll call you back.
That's right, man. No Doubt's cover of Bad Brains, by the way, look it up. They do it at an MTV show. Ian Fidance shared the clip. It's really good. But, so yeah, it's just been a crazy couple of days. And then I blow it today because I land and I flew to Houston because I was like, why would I fly directly to San Antonio and then have a one-way rental drive to Houston? I should fly to Houston, then drive 4 hours, do a podcast and 2 shows, and then tomorrow, run it back, baby.
Drive backwards.
Yeah.
They're paying you to rent the car.
Oh, for sure. But literally, dude, 2 out of my last 3 drives were 3 hours and 36 minutes exactly, which was weird. And
What
also,
does that mean?
I don't know, but there's more dots to connect, all right? Because last night I was in Columbus, today I'm in San Antonio. I'm driving on I-10. I pass a road sign that says, Columbus, 12 miles, San Antonio, 130. Mm-hmm. And I'm the only person ever to be like, that's for me.
Yeah.
They're talking to me. What are they trying to say? I need to get to the bottom of this.
I know the pieces fit.
I better pull over at this Buc-ee's, and I did. And I got a turkey sandwich, and then what else did I get from Buc-ee's? You know your old man.
The corn pops? What are
Yes,
those?
indeed.
Corn nuggets?
The Buc-ee's corn nuggets.
Corn nuggets.
And
yeah.
I went in lying to myself the whole way. I said, well, I'm going to go in here and get a turkey sandwich. That's healthy. A couple of waters, get out of there. I'm not getting those corn nuggets. I walk in, 5 people yell, welcome to Buc-ee's! Ah, ah, you know?
You're back in a fugue state.
Covered in spiders' webs. I ate the spider.
A spider on each shoulder.
So then I...
Spider web tattoo on your hand.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck?
Well, that was in Dayton. Everyone had face tattoos and...
Hard living.
Oh, we'll get there. But I walk in there and I see the Buc-ee's nuggets on my way to the turkey sandwich, and I say, nice try, Buc-ee's nuggets. I walk, I get my waters, I got my turkey sandwich, and as I'm walking out, some deep reptilian part of me just reaches out without any thought and grabs that bag. Buc-ee's nuggets, if you're not living a life of delicacy like me, they're corn pops, and they're covered in some kind of caramel glaze, and they're salty. So you pop the top on those, you have a couple, you're driving, you know. You're like, well, I can't have these in the front seat. So you put them in the back seat. Next thing you know, you're clawing behind you like you're trying to...
Swerving.
Like you're flirting with your girlfriend while your mom's sitting in the front seat. You know, you're grabbing the Buc-ee's bag's thigh, going higher and higher until she slaps your hand. So the next thing you know, you're fucking screaming down I-10. You're going 120. You're covered in blood and $100 bills. There's a man in the back seat who works at a Brinks truck. He's duct taped. He's saying, "You won't get away with this, Viper." You know, that's it. I pretty much blacked out and woke up here after my Buc-ee's high wore off. And now, like I said, I'm a log that's been in a fire for too long. I'm turning to ash.
Were you riffing in Columbus and Dayton like you did in Wilmington, or did you get back to your set?
I don't know my act anymore.
It's gone.
It's gone.
I know it. I can help you with that if you want.
Well, I do want your help because, no, dude, I'm up there surviving on wits. You know, I go in and I just happen to leave a ridiculous hat on someone's table, you know, hoping they'll put it on. Or if they don't put it on, I can still go, whoa, what's with the hat on the table?
What?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No.
I was going to grab a shotgun.
You should.
Let Emily know, hey, yeah, it had to be done. You're right.
She would cry and then she'd say...
He's not there anymore.
She would say... Thank you.
Yeah. She thought about it. She wanted a little more time to talk to her lawyer.
Yeah, to make sure that my life
yeah.
insurance was ironclad. But, yeah, I mean, take the laces away from me, man. I'm fucking cuckoo maguku. But, fuck. Yeah, no. What was I saying? Oh, I don't remember my act. So, yes, I've been riffing relentlessly to the tune of... you know, standing ovations left and right, but what do these people know? You know? Don't they want to see a guy get up there and just say shit that he's passing off as stuff that he just came up with? That's comedy. It's not what I do. It's not a frenetic evening that no one could ever recreate. It's not a live thing, man.
Well, it's funny how differently people can feel about that. Some people think that prepared material is... they instantly clock it and they don't like it. They think that it's you, like... going through the motions, and it's like, no, that's kind of what it is.
Right.
And then with moments of riffing and spontaneity, but some people want the spontaneity the most because they think that it's more impressive, which it can be, but sometimes it's just, you know, the same trope over and over again as if it's on the spot and they don't know.
Well, in this crazy prepackaged world where everything is just in your phone at the touch of a thumb, I feel like the only real thing you can give people is, you know, a night that can't be recreated.
Yeah, but some people will be like, "Man, he didn't even try. None of what he said had a
you know,
setup and a punchline."
If you watch me and you think he's not trying, you don't know what the word "trying" means.
Sure.
Because I'm trying so fucking hard up there. You know, I'm making momentum. I'm calling back to things. I'm asking people if they have nerve damage. Then they do, and that's a sweet treat to unwrap.
You've got an eye for that?
I do, yeah. Yeah, there was a guy in Dayton who had nerve damage, and I was like, whoa, you know, well, at least you're never nervous or whatever. You know, I don't have an act. I'm mailing it in up there. I'm thinking of the money.
You just said you're not mailing it in.
I'm
You're
kidding.
in the moment.
I'm totally kidding.
Oh.
But then there's another woman in the back, and she starts laughing real hard, and I'm like, let me guess, nerve damage? And she goes, that's right. And this dating show, dude, look, I don't know if I've been in a more charmless room in my entire life. It's the Dab Lounge.
Okay.
Circa 2012.
Super rough.
Before they figured it out.
Right, before they figured a couple things out.
Yeah.
The checklist got a little shorter. Yeah. And it had the potential to be kind of fun for one or two sets.
Right.
You didn't know which two.
No.
Show by show. But yeah, I think I had fun there once out of 4 times or something.
I had fun at the Dab Lounge every time except for the last time because they moved it. The Dab Lounge was a place in Colorado Springs that existed in a legal gray area between fuck it and who cares. Where they were like, you can't smoke weed in public. Public consumption is wrong. So why don't you come to the Dab Lounge and smoke the weed you brought with you? We're definitely not selling any hash or distillates or God knows what other drugs they weren't selling there. And then you'd get there, and then you would do stand-up for a bunch of people coughing and pointing and going, righteous.
And going, what?
Yeah, hold up.
Wait, go back.
Whoa.
Pause it, I have to piss.
Yeah, a lot of that. And in Dayton, they thought they were on the cutting edge of this new comedy experience, and I was like, I've been doing these shows since these shows been doing these shows, bro. You know? So, I mean, it was me, this guy Jarrell, this kid Nick, and Johnny Woods, who's huge and looks like the Cincinnati Reds mascot.
Whoa.
Directly.
Massive head.
Massive head,
Baseball
wide,
head.
moon-shaped planetoid face, the ridiculous mustache, and then instead of the little hat the Reds mascot wears, Johnny has like a weird like swoop thing that he has.
Emo bangs?
Emo bangs, but the rest of the head is like real tight.
Oh.
It's an
that's a
insane
weird,
look.
Yeah, that's a weird move.
I mean, the man's 6'4", probably 300 and marbled well. He's not a big fat piece of shit like us.
he's not veal.
No. So yeah, it's like us versus 100 juggalos without the makeup. I mentioned juggalos about 20 minutes, you know. I'm up there. In my head, I'm just thinking about postcards I have to send, you know. Did I turn the oven off, you know? I'm totally faking it up there. No, I'm working very hard. I'm doing a good job. And then I mentioned juggalos, and woop-woop just erupts out of the room as if it's a language we all forgot we knew. Is that kind of thing? You know, like it unlocked a core memory in everyone. And the whoop-whoops.
They said it without thinking to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a Pavlovian response.
Guttural.
Right. So they're whoop-whooping, and then I'm talking juggalo stuff. And then afterwards, everyone comes up. I made these cool, like, lino prints. I hand-carved
I saw
a
that.
stamp.
People went
big
crazy
stamp.
about it.
I think it's cool. I saw all this art in Europe. Went to a bunch of museums. And I was like, I could do that. Are you crazy? Oh, wow.
You think that's what you did?
Yeah. I did. I went to a bunch of museums. I went to in Amsterdam and Bruges and Ghent. And it's like, if Keith Haring can get away with this, I can get away with it too. I'm brave.
UFC fighter Keith Haring. Is that right?
I wish. No, is that a guy?
It sounds familiar, but
It's that guy who did the fucking stupid, like, you know, spaghetti body people, and he would post them in the subways in the 80s, and AIDS was going on, so it got politicized.
I don't know.
I literally think it has the least artistic merit of anyone who's been celebrated in the history of the canon of American art, but that's just me. Has nothing to do with him being a gay guy. I think that's cool. I like gay guys. I've been texting a gay guy all day.
Who?
Joe Esch.
Oh, yeah.
He's over there.
He's in Estonia.
Yeah, he's been fucking sending me pictures of cheeses he's eating and being like, come and get me, Daddy. I'm like, Daddy died in Wilmington. What we had was convenient for me.
Unless there's sunblock involved, suntan lotion.
Right,
then
yeah.
I'm not interested.
Well, a chimp could have done what he did, you know, rub me down with his tongue out. But, so anyway, I made these linos, I'm selling them, and afterward, everyone's like, the Juggalo stuff was good. And then the biggest motherfucker in the world, one of the scariest men I've ever met. I think his name is FJ Outlaw.
Okay. FJ Cruiser.
Yeah, this FJ Outlaw guy shows up. Actually, he was in the green room, and he was very considerate, but I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was a rapper. I just thought he was like a scary guy who was there selling them drugs, or he secretly owned the business, but it was in his mama's name, like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Huge white guy, face tattoos, one of the biggest chains I've ever seen. I think a grill. I could be admonishing I could be saying that the grill was there, but I think he had a grill. He had a grill. Beautiful young woman at his side. She's got him. You better believe it.
I'd like to hear that.
Dude, FJ don't play. All right? The bitch is stacked or he's out getting racks, you know? But yeah, he comes up. He was in the green room, and I pace before shows. I don't sit in the green room, even if the green room isn't full of, you know.
Randos.
Yeah, randos, Dayton randos who hang out at the dab bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you guys can have the room, okay? You guys can keep that flat 2 liter of Coca-Cola that I opened but didn't hiss.
Oh, no. What's that all about? It got dropped.
Someone dropped it. Yeah. But he comes up. He couldn't have been nicer. He was like, man, that was some true player shit. Like, I ain't never laughed like that. Like, you were just spitting up there. You don't got no act. And I was like, hell yeah, FJ. You know? So we hang out. We start talking. I ask him about his Juggalo experience. He says, man, he's not a fan of... He had a bad time. He did The Gathering. It wasn't the most fun.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm like, well, I'm doing it next year, and I'm doing that. And he's like, prayers up for the true players, you know? So I keep trying to leave because I know that I have to go home and finish the Wide World voiceover. Not go home. Dude, these little guys, shout out to Tommy and Maggot and Thomas, JF, In-Law, you know? FJ Outlaw, they were all so sweet, and they were like, we've never done this before. The Jokes and Tokes comedy experience is brand new to us. But they all have shirts made, and they're like, we got you a nice hotel room. And I'm like rolling my eyes, you know, thinking it's a Red Roof Inn, where like, for some reason, the pool is in my room. You know, I can't imagine.
We know you like to float, so we got you the pool room. As many towels as you need.
No, but they got me a sick hotel room that was an executive suite at the Holiday Inn Express there in Dayton. I had 2 toilets in that room.
What?
We would have loved it, dude.
Oh, man.
It was a his and his.
Yeah.
It would have been perfect for you.
Wait, same room?
Yeah, same room.
No.
Yeah.
So we would have been looking at each other, like face to face?
Oh, no.
Okay. In your room, there were 2 bathrooms.
I had like a suite, so there was like a living room and then a big bedroom.
Still crazy that there'd be 2 bathrooms.
And also the Juggalos provided it?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And also they figured you needed 2 bathrooms.
I needed 2 toilets, yeah. Because when I got done with merch finally, shout out to all the Dayton heads who came out. It was one of those shows where people who were fans of mine get there and they're like, what the fuck is this? You know? Big fan of the pod. Nick Butler was there, who I've been sending shit to his house since the Shining days. He shows up and he's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody's sure, but they gave me a huge envelope full of cash. And I tell them, you know, I hit them up the next day and I'm like, hey, thanks for that hotel room. You guys weren't lying. You didn't have to be so sweet, but you were. And they were like, no problem, man. By the way, we're going to 1099 you later. And I was like, what? You paid me in cash at the fucking weed front for this? Who knows? It's not even the Hells Angels. It's like the Pagans, you know? It's one of like the regional bad boy groups. I'm just assuming. But so they're going to 1099 me for their illegal weed show. That'll be fun. Yeah, so
they're doing it right.
They're doing it big. But they had a food truck guy there who was a big fan. I get off stage. He's got a prime rib sandwich for me. I'm like, I don't want to be rude. I eat the prime rib sandwich. He's like, hey, have you ever had Parmesan fries? I'm like, yeah. He's like, not like mine. Barrel of Parmesan fries comes out. I'm like, my God, I'm so full. He's like, have you had these fucking gummy Skittles yet? I'm like, no, you know? I'm eating gummy Skittles. And then they bring out the biggest fucking milkshake I've ever seen.
Whoa.
It's in like a boiled peanut tub. You can tell they just like scraped whatever was left and they gave it all to me. And I'm eating it, and some guy comes in. He's like, "You like that milkshake?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." So I'm like, "Does anyone else want any?" And they're like, "No, it's all you." I'm trying to pawn this milkshake off on everyone because I know I have to go back to the hotel room.
2-liter.
It's a 2-liter. It's a gallon of milkshake.
God damn.
So yeah, they really.
Sounds pretty good.
It was awesome, dude. You would have loved it. That would have been huge for you.
Yeah, I tried to figure it out. It would have been very expensive to fly Columbus to San Antone.
Oh,
But maybe that's why you did. Or no, you didn't.
I flew from Detroit.
You flew from Saginaw Regional.
That's right. So I do that show.
Yeah,
I go back.
I would have gone.
I collapse. Just done. I'm like,
Go to
oh.
bed.
Yeah, they also gave me a bunch of gummies and like weed. I'm smoking vapes in the hotel room, you know. The next morning I wake up, I write the Wide World. I'm working on Wide World. I'm writing it. I'm about to do the VO, knock on the door. Hey, you got to get out of there. I said, I thought checkout was at 1. They said, that's never been a rule before. You're lying, effectively. I'm like, well, last night I got here at like 2 a.m. They said I could check out at 1. And the lady literally says, she's not here no mo.
Eee.
Yes, so
She got fired.
Yeah.
Because she tried to hook you up. And
Right,
It
yeah.
was the straw that broke the camel's wide.
So I have to buy a hotel room for 2 hours.
No.
I spent $120 because I was like, is there a conference room in here? And they're like,
You have to go. You have
Yeah.
to leave
and I'm
the
like,
premises.
well, no, I don't.
You wrote down some premises. We're tossing those.
Yeah.
You're not going to flush them out. Not here.
No riffing. Have an act.
What time was it? Noon?
It was noon. Yeah. And I'm like, I can have it till 1. I'll be done. And they're like, you have to be out. So I was like, do I?
Everybody's begging to check into this date and it was nice, but still.
It was a Holiday Inn Express
Yeah.
somewhere in Dayton. I don't want to say where. It was near the Chop House.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know where that is in Dayton, it's exactly right there.
Yeah, I've been there. They know me there.
Oh, yeah.
I chop it up at the Chop House.
Yeah, they have you. They have a gold bust of you. And it just says Nathan Chop Lund.
Get to the Choppa.
So I got the room for 2 more hours. I paid $120 so I could
sucks.
finish Wide World.
I mean, good on you.
Yeah, it had to be done. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it in my car. And then I was like, no, I won't. I have this bulging envelope of tax-free money
For now.
for now. And then, hightailed ass to Columbus. Went to the Franklin Conservatory, their botanical gardens. Very good. One of my favorite gardens in the world.
Lovely.
Yeah, but the bummer is they were having a celebration of life throughout the gardens for some old lady.
Throughout, you get a corner.
No, they
You
had
get a little area. You don't get the whole Megillah.
they had the whole zone, bro.
Come on.
So I'm bumping around in there in my pirate 7 strong shirt, you know? I got my fucking extra tough shoes on. I'm slapping around. I couldn't be louder. I'm trying to like sneak around in there. I'm high as hell. I'd been scared earlier because a cop followed me for 12 miles as I was high, and I was like, I'm going to jail somewhere in Ohio. It's going to suck.
Damn.
So I was like, anyway, so there's going to be a bunch of photos of that celebration of life of just Captain Ron in the background.
You fighting off a spider web. Knocking over the fucking casket.
That's right. Me chasing a butterfly. My pants are down, and the next picture is the butterfly chasing me.
You licking hash oil off of your hand for several speakers worth of photography.
I mean, I couldn't have been a worse addition to that. And also, I only had 40 minutes because the garden closed at 5. I got there at 4:20. So I'm like, it's like from Wide World. Got it, clocked it. All right.
Flower, tree,
Yeah.
bush, flower.
Exactly. Casket. Weeping adult man. Kid who's bored on iPhone.
Your uncle taking a work call.
But then Travis. Oh, yeah, my Uncle Pat, dude.
Put it on silent, man.
Come on, Pat.
Your dad's speech about your mom was like 25 minutes long.
It was 43 minutes.
No,
we
it
filmed it. It was 43 minutes.
Well, it was incredible.
Yeah.
It was. I told him you couldn't have asked for a better eulogy. Just top notch, funny, brutal. It covered the whole relationship.
Long
I thought it was
pauses.
25 minutes. It was twice as long. And you
Really milking it.
No, it was just so good. But Patricio took several work calls.
He's been retired for 5 years.
Oh, well, then it's his fantasy football league or something. The commissioner's rejecting his trade, and he's fighting it, and he can't turn his fucking ringer off. So it goes off every 6 minutes for an hour. It was crazy.
It was nuts, dude.
It wasn't my side of the family.
Yeah. And then meanwhile, I'm pacing besides my dad. It's like I was following Carrot Top. I was like, I got to go up after this.
Yeah.
My dad's up there fucking jerking every tear. But yeah, I hung out with Travis Irvine yesterday. We went to East Market in Columbus, got some great food, and then went over to the Comedy Attic in Columbus. It fits 100. It's one of those fucking submarine rooms, where it's really long but not deep.
Is it in the attic?
It's in an attic.
Okay.
I got conscripted into being in like one of their YouTube series. I get there and they're like, all right, we're gonna sit outside. You guys sit outside and eat. And I'm like, all right, that sounds great.
Sit right there.
Yeah,
like,
sit right here. Literally, can you pull your seat up a little more? I'm like, what? Yeah, so then I have to do 4 takes. I did 4 takes, then we took a little break, and then did 4 more takes of just me and Travis talking. Chopping it up as we're trying to literally eat dinner and catch up. I haven't seen him in a long time. And he's got all that tea from the last podcast, And then they're like...
Yeah, we got a little taste last time we saw him last year, or beginning of this year.
Yeah, November of last year.
November of last year.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, then they're like, all right, so Brian's just going to walk up and interrupt you guys. And like, if you want to be mean to him, be mean. If you want to play with it, play with it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, no one told you? Yeah, we got this YouTube series. And like, we're just going to like have you in. It's kind of like a behind the scenes. And I'm like, okay. So then I have to pretend like I'm mad at this guy. When in reality...
You were pretty convincing. I'll bet you really Willem Dafoe'd their asses.
Oh, I was Daniel Gay-Lewis. He's a real Hedgie B type. He's got a headband on. It's 5 o'clock.
Hedgie B?
You don't know Hedgie B? We haven't talked about Hedgie B?
I don't think so.
He was this guy that was kind of just like this burnt-out drifter who hung out with the Loft family, and I was friends with all the Loft girls in Elizabeth.
Okay.
And he would show up in a fishing hat. He looks like the boyfriend from American Dad. Does that make sense?
I can't think of him.
They got the jugged up gal who's the daughter, and she's like anti-authority, goth. I don't know about goth.
I'm thinking of something else.
Anyway, she wears a black t-shirt.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, and I remember one time I was like, Sammy, what's your sister's friend's name? And she was like, oh, Hedgie B. And I was like...
What was last night in the Chiefs-Ravens game? There's a rookie that had a pet alligator since he was a kid named, I think, Crocky J. Did you hear about him?
No, I was on stage. I didn't see the first half.
He's like a white rookie linebacker, I think.
Yeah.
And he's had an alligator since he was like 9. His dad got him a little tiny alligator.
Yeah.
He's still alive, and I think his name is Crocky J.
Crocky J.
Yes. Crocky J and Hedgie B.
Wow.
Your drive time, Columbus, Ohio's favorite.
They're giving away tickets to the Marshall Tucker band somewhere right now.
Yeah, he's like 110 pounds or something. He's doing great. Megan was pissed.
Oh, God.
She's like, don't have an alligator in Indiana, I think is where his family is.
Okay, if it was Indiana, I was going to assume that he was Swamp People.
Yeah, no, they went live to Crocky J, and it said like somewhere in Indiana.
Huh.
So, yeah, wild
Stuff,
Crocky
baby.
J, Hedgie B.
Hedgie B. But yeah.
Did Hedgie B get trampled by a bison or something ridiculous? Did he blow up?
I don't know.
A gasoline fight?
No, he was just one of those guys that was around, and I only remember him because his name was Hedgie B.
Okay, yeah.
And he'd hang out with Tally Loft, and I was like, what's going on here? Who's this adult? Who's this adult fisherman? But yeah, after I did the show last night, that was good. Dick Stinkley was there. Shout out Dick.
Maybe surpassing Tanner for superfan number 1.
No, because Tanner's seen me in like 12 different states.
Okay.
I think Stinkley's seen me just in the Rust Belt there.
I mean, he's traveled.
Well, he's online. That guy is on the Discord, and he is in the
Dropping knowledge.
He's dropping fat knowledge. He's in the Hasm chat, dude.
Okay,
The
I
Hasm Discord.
I haven't been in there yet.
He's the king.
Somebody was desperately trying to get in there. Did you see that? They posted, I think it was one person posting like across the Chub Reddit, YouTube, Patreon. Let me get in that Discord.
They're in there.
I know why he wants to know who has them. He doesn't know yet.
Well, you don't just get to know what human beings with their full cognitive function have them. You can see women with Down syndrome who have them. You can see fucking Dick Stinkley posted a chimp with huge tits in there. First thing he says to me last night, he walks up, he's like, "You see that monkey with the rack?" I was like, "Yeah."
You're just rocked. You just leave your body. Like, nothing makes sense anymore. What have I done?
Dude, I mean, that one's on me. No, I
died
didn't.
in the Botanic Garden. The memorial was for me. That's why only the little kid on his iPad could see you.
That's right.
Everybody else was just grieving and was unaware that you had come to visit.
I see fat people.
I see fat, dead, gross people. I see fart people.
But I do that show last night, and then
I see James Head people. He can only see your head.
Emmy's been singing James Head. Emmy's been singing "No One Can Tell Me No."
Oh, did he have an album or something?
Yeah, he had songs. Yeah.
Perfect. Jimmy H.
Yeah, shout out Jimmy H.
She busted out a solid Walla Habibi, baby.
Out of nowhere, to the point where I was like, "Emmy, run it back."
Yeah.
What was that?
Good.
It was good. Yeah. But I did that show, and then I'm over there selling merch, and as soon as the last person finally buys the last thing, then they're like, "Well, what's and I'm like, "Hey, nice to meet you, everyone. I'm out."
Yeah, the door is just swinging open.
There's like a cloud of newspapers and tumbleweeds spinning behind me. Yeah, I was like, I gotta drive fucking 4 hours and then fly in 5 from that. So, hey, that's a wrap on tea, everyone.
Yeah.
But
how many linos did you sell?
I think I sold like 50 lines. I sold all the ones I made on one paper, and then like half the ones I made on another one. I ain't got no merch tonight.
No.
Because guess what? No meet and greet for old T-Dog tonight. San Antone, guess what?
You're going to have to Google Sam Tallent Wikipedia.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any merch, and I'm tired, and I can't do the 2 shows after this and then do the merch line tonight. Sorry, San Antonio, if you're hearing this retroactively, I love you. But you know what you should do? Instead of meeting me, I'm not a man, I'm a product, all right? And guess what? When the show's over,
You said this last
the
week.
2 liter's empty, okay? So instead of meeting me, why don't you meet the other people who came to the show?
Make a friend.
Make a friend, shake a hand, say, where do you live?
Potential love connection.
Right, they are
Just
share
kidding.
similar...
There won't be any women there unless they're with their boyfriend. Just kidding, because we have some lady super fans for sure.
Yeah.
Thank God. They really help me to feel okay with what we're doing with our product.
Well, this is just one of many products.
It's not just for Dick Stinkleys.
It's not just for Who's Got 'Em Chimp Edition. Oh, dude, so these 2 kids come up in the merch line last night, and they're like, "Hey, man, big fans of the pod." And I'm like, "You love the pod?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, dude, we're fucking chubby chasers. We love it." And I was like, "Meet Dick Stinkley." And Dick Stinkley says, "Are you guys going to Skankfest?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Can I sleep on your floor?" And I'm like, "Okay,
come on.
I'll let you guys handle this."
Come on, Terry.
Yeah.
Talk about who's got him for a few minutes before you ask for a favor.
Yeah, he just jumped on him. But I think he's making it happen. But yeah, I feel like people should just, after the show, be like, "Hey, what's your name? You're here. I'm here. Clearly we're into similar stuff.
How do you feel about Lund?
Yeah, what do you think about Lund?
What's Becker's deal?
Yeah.
What's killing Becker?
Who's got him?"
Yeah. Well, you can't blame people for wanting to meet you.
No, I mean it's totally great. It's just like literally tonight, San Antonio. And I say that
You're
now.
calling it. Yeah.
Cut to me at 9:45 out there.
I'll go out there.
Let me make a special announcement. The meet and greet, the part of Sam Tallent will be played by Nathan Lund. You're out there on like lifts in your shoes.
Yeah, I have an apple box.
Yeah, apple bottom jeans. The
Yeah,
nuggets.
I'll have an apple box so that I can be 6'4", whatever they want. I can be any height they want.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I'll press some palms, shake a couple babies.
I almost pulled over and put the Buc-ee's nuggets in the trunk
Because you did not want to finish that.
because
bag.
I don't have self-control.
Oh yeah, they disappear. They're
Hold on, let me take that back. Last night I'm driving from Columbus to Detroit. It's 11:50. I pull over because there's a Casey's Pizza. I say, "Hey, had a long productive day. I've been eating good."
Stray dog. Sorry.
That's all right. As long as it's not a crow, I can have your attention. The Casey's Pizza's closed. A Taco Bell. I go over there. I'm like, "You guys still open?" They're like, "For 10 more minutes." I'm like, "Right on." The sign, like the signage that tells you their menu, isn't on. Darkened. And I'm like, "There's no menu out here." And they're like, "Yeah."
But you know what we have.
Yeah.
We're Taco Bell. You've ordered blackout drunk before. You definitely know what you can order.
Yeah. So I'm like, "Cool. I'll be in and out of here real quick. Drive through. Can I get a Crunchwrap, big Diet Coke? I got 3 hours more to drive."
They say we don't care.
Yeah, I didn't say that. But that's I need the big Diet Coke so I can have that little caffeine drip. Also, I wanted something, but I didn't remember what they have. I'm like, do they still have the fucking, double-decker taco? Do they still have the potato burrito? I used to like that one.
I don't think they do.
Right, so I just say Crunchwrap. So I get up there, and the guy hands me the Coke, and I have a $20 bill, and he's like, "This one's on us. We already turned off our computer." And I'm like,
Whoa.
"All right, well, here, take the 20. And he's like, "Oh, for real?" And I'm like, "That's right." So then that means it's the Sonic drive-through at 11:59 in the year 2004 right there in Elizabeth, Colorado, because everything they can't get rid of comes right out that window to me.
Whoa.
That's right, dude. So I got those cinnamon twists, a fucking Taco Bell party bag full of cinnamon twists. They got
the handle.
the handle one.
plastic one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got these little Cinnabon things that have like a custard cream inside of them.
Yeah.
Those are just loose in there.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it's like, and then I get the Crunchwrap, and the guy comes around the corner. He has love and hate tattooed for eyebrows.
Oh.
He's like, "I fucked it up for you, bro."
Your life?
The Crunchwrap is no
Crunchwrap
shit.
has fentanyl in it.
It's as heavy as a phone book, bro.
Whoa.
I grab the bag. It fucking yeah, dude. I'm like, "You sure did, bro." And he's like, "Yeah, man. Thanks for that 10, man. I'm gonna get some fucking weed. I'm gonna spark up, bro."
Was it 20 or 10?
I gave them 20. There's 2 of them in there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So anyway, I start driving. I'm not opening the Crunchwrap. I'll get to that when it's safe. My hand gets in that fucking Cinetwist bag.
Sure.
And I'm eating Cinetwist, and then I dig a little bit deeper. I find a blob. I'm like, "What's this? They prank me?" No, delicious. What they put in there?
It's an eyeball. It's a cat's eyeball.
I fucked it up for you. So I'm like, "Well, this is a fucking bounty of snacks." I have a moderate amount of those. And then out of nowhere, the fucking food sugar sickness takes over. I'm just digging through the bag for those little custard balls.
The cinnamon twist might as well be human feces.
They're packing peanuts at this point. They're keeping my Cinnaballs safe. And they're useless. So I search every fucking ball out of that bag, dude, like a little truffle pig, while driving 85 miles per hour. So I'm like, okay, I'm like jacked, I'm like, oh. So I'm like, all right, I got to get the Crunchwrap. I got to even out,
I gotta come down a little bit.
I crack that Crunchwrap, bro. It is this thick. I get in there. There's somehow bacon in that motherfucker.
What, no
They've
way.
got chicken, ground beef. They've got every sauce available in there. I mean, it had to have been 12,000 calories, this thing. I take one bite, It explodes out the bottom, all over the seatbelt and my tits. It's in my chest hair because I'm rocking it free, you know? I have 2 more bites of that. I'm like spinning out. It's incense and peppermints. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I roll the window down and I whip the crunch wrap out the window, dude. I tossed it out the window.
You won't be hurting us anymore.
And then I'm like, oh wow, what that? I mean, like that was like a breakthrough for me. I'm like, yes, I did
later, you pull over, turn
That's
around.
Right. I hire a bloodhound. I say I gotta find my baby. It's by mile marker 163. It's 7 pounds 6 ounces. And then I go to throw out the cinnamon twists. And I have the window open, and I hold the bag up, and I just get a fucking shotgun blast of cinnamon in my eyes as I have the bag out there. The twists are going out. I get blasted with cinnamon sugar right in the face. I didn't ask for any of this. This morning, dude, I'm scratching my head. I find a pebble. I'm like, what's that? It's fucking cinnamon, bro. That's why I showered. I was so grossed out. I'm like, I'm covered in cinnamon from Ohio. I'm in Texas somehow.
Bed as fuck.
The new bed ruined. The pillows are glazed like a ham.
Well be glitter.
Oh yeah,
Glitter and glue.
dude. I'd prefer if Emily busted me with glitter, because she's like, "Were you at Taco Bell? You promised. You promised you wouldn't eat 8,000 calories after midnight." Baby, I threw it out. She's like, you're lying.
Yeah,
I make her get in the car. I drive back to Ohio.
Dick Stinkley's there gathering up the crunch wrap so he can sell it online.
No, he's molded it into 2 breasts so he can post it on the Has-M Discord. That place is fucked, dude.
I'm not going in there.
You need to go in there.
I'm scared.
There's some sacred knowledge in there. There's some dark truths you need to look right in the eye. Dude, fucking Stinkley posted a database. I don't even want to bring it up, but it's fucked. He shouldn't have access to this.
All right.
Yeah.
What is it? CIA agents that have them?
He had spies who have them.
Yeah. Literal spies. Separate from the Down syndrome having them. Down syndrome double Ds.
Do we have ad reads on this?
Do we want this to be a free one?
Yeah, for sure. Catch them up with Road Life, you know.
Road life. Mm-hmm. Till I showed life.
Sophie and Mel are at my house in Detroit right now with Emily. They're having a nice time.
That's cool. Their first time at the house.
First time at the house. Sophie has been nice about it.
Already jacked it.
Yeah, you broke the seal.
Come on.
You did.
Guess what? I broke the seal in here too.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Get over it.
Uh-huh. It smells like that Taco Bell
I don't
bag.
want prostate cancer. I want to go when I want to go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get in there and be healthy as well before the show. Maybe I'll look out for number 1.
Is this going to be for this week, last week?
That's right, this week. 9-2, I believe. You've got it in there, man. Dig deep.
Fuck.
Dig deep.
Oh.
You got it.
My bookie.
Yes. They're back. They're also doing the Wide World
Our
ads.
favorite. Yeah. My bookie. And
Dude, the Wide World ads are Adam and Eve, My Bookie, Chubby's, and The Author Show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like these ads would never hang out. Nightmare Blunt Rotation.
Well, we talked about how stoked we've been about football being back.
Dude.
And a big part of football being back. It's the athleticism, it's the history, it's the tradition. It's trying to make $6 out of 3.
I think I also figured it out. I think it literally gives me, it's 5 months where I have a focal point. It's a bit of order in the chaos that is my life. On Sunday,
Sure.
there is football, and I can sit in my chair, my big couch that my
booked.
wife and sister hates.
Sophie's anti-couch.
What do you think?
She's true chaos.
Is she anti-couch, or is she anti the fact that I didn't
Sam.
buy her a huge couch too?
Anti-Sam's happiness.
Yeah, anti-Sam has a little bit of money and bought a couch. But yeah, dude, I love gambling. Derrick Henry, I had Derrick Henry touchdown. That was my big bet. And then I parlayed it with first quarter Derrick Henry touchdown. I hit both. I'm on stage. I asked, what's the score? 7-7. Who scored? Derrick Henry. First quarter. I walk off stage. I say, I didn't need any of you guys. You've all been worms to me. I just made $320. I'm fucking out of here.
Can't tell me nothing.
I've got him. I'm James Head.
Well, yeah, if you are going to be throwing down some bets this football season, I'll bet you are, you maniacs, you need my bookie. Their sportsbook and casino platform lets you bet from anywhere, anytime. You on the toilet? Drop a few bucks down on an over rush yards for the QB.
Also, are you flying to Texas, but you want to get some action on the fucking Friday night game, but you don't want to download a VPN to light a FanDuel? My bookie has no state-to-state regulations.
What?
That's right, man.
I didn't know that. That's
well,
cool.
You're about to know it biblically because I'm going to fuck your ass with that knowledge.
I'm all about it.
Yes.
That is annoying when you're somewhere and you get a hot tip.
Land the free, bro. I can't even fucking whack off or gamble in this state.
That's right. I found a workaround with that, though.
Yeah, Xvideos 51.
The Discord. MyBookie makes it so easy, you don't even need to download an app. Check out their weekly risk-free boosts on Thursdays. If your bet hits, you win big. If it doesn't, forget it. MyBookie will refund your wager.
Really?
Yeah. Probably maybe if it's the weekly risk-free boosts every Thursday. So yeah, they got something you can put some money on. But yeah, it's no risk. Nice. Risk-free.
Risk-free.
In a risky world, you can have a risk-free boost every week. But yeah, it is an exciting part of our week is figuring out how to make a little cash.
Yeah, man.
On the side.
I tipped you off last night. Now you're rich.
Yeah, I went off and got Derrick Henry and Isaiah Pacheco together anytime touchdown, and that hit. So yeah, it was a good night. Not for Creech. She was pissed. She didn't know football was back already, and she knows that it lasts through January. So
that's right.
We're gonna try to get a bigger house so that she can not have to hear or see football as little as possible. But yeah, when you're done placing bets on your favorite sports teams, try out their casino with blackjack, video poker, and even a live lotto. There's no need to download an app. Just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin. Guess what? It's begun.
Think of your future. Lock it in.
Use promo code Chubby to claim a bonus up to $1,000 on that first deposit. That's Chubby to start the season off with house money. Don't ever miss out on the action. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime, only with my bookie.
Lund usually makes the first deposit when we're in any kind of domicile. So
I like to get in there.
Yeah, I know you, Mark.
I like to grease the sheets. It's not cinnamon.
Yeah, my bed's all wet.
It's not glitter either.
You're whacking in my bed. Is that the only ad?
I whacked it all over the house. Not just in my room.
I thought we had two.
We just got the one.
All right. What time are we at?
We need a little more time. 10 minutes.
I got some time for you right here, man.
All right.
What's going on with you? I've been dominating this pod. I've had a wacky turnabout of events.
People like to hear from the dog. I've been with my puppy, Beanie the Chiweenie. She's a Chihuahua Dachshund mix. Mm-hmm. She's
crime against God.
Old. She's so funny because she's not potty trained yet. So we'll be outside 6 times between 8 and noon. Mm-hmm. You know, just hey, we're out here. She's chasing a butterfly like you at the Botanic Gardens.
Yeah, no one's mourning, though.
She's kicking it. She's like chasing Mama, pissing Mama off. Mm-hmm. The last thing Mama wanted was a puppy biting at her nipples that were used against her will.
Yeah, Mama poisoned George Michael.
When she was 6 months old, probably. Yeah. They fucking wore her out and then ditched her on Colfax. Now she's back in that life because she thinks that she had a puppy somehow. She's like, I don't remember getting fucked.
What the hell? I got to quit drinking.
This is mine? I have to quit having seizures because a puppy came out. No, so they're outside and we come inside and Beanie drops a Duke, and it's like, come on, man. You saw Mama take a piss. You took a whiz out there. We acted like you cured cancer.
Yeah.
But then you come inside, and you're like, yeah, I just pissed wherever. Who cares?
Yeah, I'll shit in here. He does it.
Yeah, I watched him shit for 20 minutes.
He's clearly some kind of animal. There's a hierarchy in here, and I'll abide by it. But
so, yeah, puppy time. Luckily, she's good at sleeping through the night, which can be such a nightmare. She's good at that. She is licking every inch of the carpet, the tile, as if there's cinnamon twists in them there hills.
She'd love my head and neck right now.
So
it's covered in fucking nacho cheese and cinnamon and some like some kind of house brew ground pork they were doing there, I assume. They fucked it up for me.
Yeah, that's damn. It's crazy because I would do the exact same thing as you, as like have a crisis over how much to eat, and then what do you do? I probably would have eaten it all, made
You would have
such
eaten
a
it all.
mess
Yeah.
that I would have had to like go through a fucking car wash with the windows down, and then told Megan, that the car got flooded somehow.
Yeah.
Last night I had a very early flight, so I slept from like 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Showered, drove to Denver 2:30 to 5:30. I drank 2 Zoas for my caffeine.
Is that Kratom?
It's the Rocks energy drink.
Oh wow.
Sugar free. They're okay. The grape is bad. The white peach and the tropical punch are okay. I think the guy that owns Bang is like a trophy hunter that like probably hunts humans or whatever. So trying not to do Red Bull or Bang.
There's a political move.
It's just, I don't know. The Rock he's entertained me since I was 15. I might as well give him a couple bucks.
Oh yeah. And also you won't support Dutch-owned businesses, so Red Bull's out.
Red Bull is going to be fine. I've drank so many Red Bulls. I've had every flavor.
I wish it gave you wings. I'm hungry.
They're all okay. Yeah. Oh, I told you before we started the pod that Matt Duran is a big fan, lives in Trinidad, changed my oil while I watched and tried to make Beanie not eat chicken shit. Yes. It's on the ground. She's probably going to put it in her mouth and see how it goes. She's figuring it out.
The roads of Trinidad are paved with chicken shit. If you haven't been there.
They have a couple chickens. There was some type of animal shit that she decided to taste.
Nice.
So we started talking about Zins because he had a vape. And I couldn't resist.
You honked it.
Let me honk that vape. Mm-hmm. I don't really miss it, but it's a different time. It brings me back to last year, basically, the good old days when I was honking them. Because you'd have them, I'd honk them. I finally got my own, and I was like, this is dangerous.
It's great, man.
This is a hook. This is a bag full of cinnamon twists. With some powdered cinnamon balls, in the mix.
They're so good.
They were tasty. I'm done with them.
I love ooey gooey surprises.
Yeah, sure.
And that's what was in there.
Those sound good. I told him about how I was trying to get away from pouches too, and he was like, "Oh, you got to be careful with those pouches, man." He said last year before a Broncos game, he had like 1 6 milligram Zin or something, and it knocked him out. It fucked him up, and he was like, ugh, and he fucking passed out. And he had wings that got cold. Woke up after the game. Game's over. Beer is warm. Wings are cold.
What?
He was out for like
What's the matter?
2.5 hours.
Was he on his period? What the fuck is that?
Those things are weird.
I've had like,
They give me the hiccups.
I don't want to tell you how many tins of 6 I've had in the last 72.
Yeah.
I'm on 2.5 tins in the last 72. My gums hurt.
Yeah.
My tongue
Gone.
smooth. There's no buds.
So yeah, but it was wild. He also said, I think he said his grandpa, somebody in his family that's an older guy,
Grandpa
had one and like had to pull over and have Matt take over driving. He was wasted.
Don't dose Grandpa on fucking Gen Z nicotine.
He was in Nam. You figure you give him a Zin, let him take the ride, but he wasn't ready. The weed is not grown in the ditch anymore.
That's wild, dude.
So yeah, maybe they lack an enzyme. They are. Yeah.
So this guy passed out at the football game and didn't see the end of it?
Game. He was on the couch.
Oh.
He wasn't at the game. He was going to watch the Broncos on television.
Was he under the influence of any other tastes?
I think he smokes weed, but yeah.
Don't blame Zin.
He had a Zin, and it blasted him into oblivion. He was in a fugue state like you.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
But yeah, had a nice... oh, dude. I was going to say it was a nice week in Trinidad, except I found out that this dude Brad came into the bar. He's like, did you hear about that guy that threw a guy off a bridge? And I go, no. Catch me up. I have a puppy.
Dish, sis.
So fucking like a month ago, there's this drug dealer sold some drugs to a young man. He overdosed and died. Mm-hmm. That dead kid's dad gets a hold of the drug dealer.
Redneck justice.
They fight on like it was like a bridge that's like 10 feet above the river walk or whatever. It's like sidewalk, whatever. And then over there's like this small footpath bridge thing.
Yeah.
They fight. They both fall off of the bridge.
What?
Land on the concrete below. The drug dealer dies like a week later. So now, dude has a dead son, a murder charge. He's locked up. He's probably done, right?
He killed the guy like Peter Griffin fighting the chicken.
Yes. They took a tumble. Yeah. And he maybe landed on top of the drug dealer. I don't know.
Ooh.
But man, and I'm just like, why do I not know about this?
Yeah.
I work at a bar. People are supposed to, well, he gave me that information.
People
but
can't trust you.
They didn't say anything to me the day before. I've been around. I mean, I was gone. I was in Rome.
Yeah.
But I want to know these things. Megan's there all the time. She doesn't tell me this. She doesn't know about this. What are people talking about that they can't get to the vengeance murder?
Yeah. I mean, that seems like it would be top of the tidbits, you know?
That's right. It's literally tidbits.
Yeah. Thank God they didn't have that tussle in Rome because they would have landed on people ballroom dancing. Remember that?
Yeah.
When we were walking from the soccer game and we just wander up and there's someone playing violin and we're like, what's that? And we look off the bridge below us. There's people just engaged in ballroom dancing.
It was like a mixer, and it looked like all the dudes were old.
Oh, yeah.
And the women were young.
There was a chick who had him
what
in a very big way, and she was fanning herself, sitting down, and there was three dudes just circling her.
Really?
It was nuts.
I
Yeah.
did not clock that.
Oh, I clocked it.
I mostly liked I didn't want it to be sullied by detail, so I kind of looked and said, "That's nice," and then like looked at the sky because once I saw that it was older guys, I was like, "What is this? They have money. It's like a mixer."
Oh yeah.
One of these women is gonna like marry a guy for money and then hate her life.
Hopefully.
Just hope that he dies. He lives to 95.
Yeah. And he's horny until the day he drops.
She thinks about ending it every day.
Well, you know what? If you're thinking about ending it, you should not. You should come see me live doing stand-up comedy. That's right, everyone.
He'll turn your life around.
How's that for a segue?
Without any premises, because those were escorted into the trash.
No, I literally need to remember my hour because I'm doing Rogan's Club next weekend, and you can't just fucking slap and tickle on the big stage. Maybe you could. Harlan Williams does it. Ian Bagg, does it. Why can't I do it?
He hasn't written a joke in his life. He's so fun, though.
He's so funny.
It's very fun to watch Ian.
I guess I don't really have any dates to plug because Rogan's Club is sold out, and then
High Plains.
High
Denver,
Plains.
come
Yeah.
see
Oh
us
yeah.
in High
Come see.
Plains.
We're doing a live Chubby B at High Plains on Saturday at 5:00. What is that? The 21st or something?
It's the 21st.
Yeah.
yes.
Get those tickets. We gotta sell that out.
I don't know if we're at HQ or the Bobcat Lounge.
I think we're at HQ. I think we're in the Big Boy.
Okay.
So yeah,
either
come to that.
way, those tickets should go on sale soon.
You know where the tickets have been on sale and no one's bought any? Bridgeport, Connecticut, guys.
Oh, shit.
That's going to be
I'll
a
be
long
there.
weekend. Yeah, Lund will be there. Oh, come to Big Diamond Comedy Festival in Arkansas. Me and Lund will be there.
Yeah, Bentonville,
That's
Arkansas.
the first weekend of October. Then we have Bridgeport. And then, Helium. Helium's coming up in Philadelphia. Denver, get your Comedy Works tickets. Shit. Tampa Bay, we're coming back down there. We're going to be in Key West, I think, for 10 days. Hubba hubba.
Yeah.
How's that sound to you?
You'll be down there. I think I'll be elsewhere.
You're not going to come for Wide World? Key West?
I'm booked.
I'm booked, brother.
I'm booked, Terry.
Well, come to a website called patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth. Join the Patreon. So much good stuff over there. Get on the Discord. Occupy Wall Street.
Or don't.
Yeah.
No, check it out. See who's got them.
Yeah, but don't.
They're figuring it out over there.
If you're in the Hasm subreddit, please open any links that are posted in a locked closet with the lights off. Don't open them just sitting in a
Don't do it
busy
on-
airport.
Not on your own phone. Ask to borrow somebody's phone. A coworker that you don't like. Your boss that you're hoping gets fired. Yeah.
Stinkley, the menace. Spreading the gospel of who's got them. I bet God's got a sweet pair. I want to suck all the fucking knowledge out of those when I go see him in a couple of weeks.
You suck the cinnamon buns balls off of him.
Those are his nipples. Goodbye.